Hi everyone, I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. Thanks for stopping by. Today is January 23rd, 2021. It is a Friday. I guess I'm doing this thing every day, but I need to catch up on posting and editing. It's okay. Maybe there's stockpiles for rainy days. Incapacitated. That happens every now and then. The incapacitated part and the hypothetical raining. Not hypothetical. What's the more appropriate word for it? Metaphorical raining. Alright, let's get that one card that just popped up. It is the Six of Wands. Six of Clubs is Six of Wands. That is victory. But why does it... And it was in reverse. So let me look here. How can this depict? This is the Dragon Age Inquisition. We're going to use it alongside the intuition cards that I have here. While I was cleansing them, sunlight cleansing them, this one popped out. I'm at the beach right now. I don't know if I'm going to make it through because I snacked on some Chex, feeling bloated and this lingering headache. So I need to take care of myself, but I feel like the beach is an essential just for detox. I don't know, I feel like I'm rambling on, but let's go forward here, because it looked like... Okay, tell me what you think first, though. Okay. Alright, it's my turn. Huh, that's funny. There's something else here. This is hilarious. Okay. First off, okay. I saw this like bikini top here and that's why I was like, oh, okay. And then there's this thing like hairpins like that are stuck in the middle, but like it just doesn't make sense for anyone to keep like weaponry down the front. And when I look at that, it almost morphs into this mosquito-like being. Do you see that? The overhead, the face? And I got really offended by that. Am I some blood-sucking femme fatale? Is that what some people think? Perhaps you have someone like that in your life that you have feelings about. That's insane. So I decided not to be offended, and I'm looking at this at through someone else's perception, that it is indeed maybe feeling the result of this. Do you see the same patterning? Right? Your Six of Wands, your victory isn't here yet, and so you're feeling like this femme fatale is draining you of your energy. I'm not gonna apologize for something that... Okay, I can apologize. I'm sorry that someone feels that way. I do not mean any harm, but there are other factors that play a role in this. And as you can see, this is, when it's in upright, you see that this almost like monster is like gnawing at things so much that it has different rows, a series of teeth, right? Some are missing because of consumption, overconsumption. It's a monster in his own making. You see his hands are thrown up in the air, or hers, and you see ghosts of past times. It's the darkness, the shadows within, and how there's this fiery, almost despair, this distraught feeling, so much so that his arms, or her arms, are dismembered from its actual body, its actual form. It's almost like flailing, as well as, you know, overconsumption because of this, what's going on the inside. That's the only fire that's emanating from within. And when we see that as victory, maybe that it's the agony in facing your shadows, that is true victory. But when it's in reverse, well, we're trying to avoid something that feels like it's causing pain. Mosquitoes don't only just bite once, it leaves a lasting memory where you're itching, you're just like, ah. Like constant. So much so that you are wearing your feelings on your sleeve because it leaves this mound, this welt on you. I'm not insulted, I just think it's funny, and I hope that me thinking it's funny doesn't cause you insults to injury. It's just, I'm reading this and I'm tired of feeling bad for trying to make someone feel good, and it's like insane. It's insane. I was told to back off, you know, put my energy back into my own cup. Look at that. What's, oh, 2 cards. I'm scared. Just kidding. It's 4 of diamonds, which is 4 of pentacles. Ownership, it could be greediness, or it's in reversal, so I feel like there's an insecurity, an instability, a lack of ownership. Yeah. So it's just like letting things go. You see, she's like blowing them in her hands. But it was in reverse. So if it's an upright, maybe I should take ownership and letting go, right? Maybe I'm not. See, that's the hard part. Sometimes you think you're being thick-skinned, but instead you're being thick-skulled. And look, that's the total picture of it. 6 and 4, that's a 10. That's a completion of person A and person B. We talked about how we affect each other's lives, and right alongside of it is 5, which tells me, when you see this, 645 might mean a specific angel number, but when I look at that, it's a misalignment. So 5 of Wands is in between. It's a misalignment, and even if it were in the middle to cause alignment, it's a huge indicator. Maybe it's blaming, maybe there's an element also here that the misalignment, once you align it, it still gives you the same answer key. The self-sabotage, the self-blaming, or whatever that is a causation on each side, is also a conflict, opposing conflict together for each other, right? Almost like opposing interests, opposing ego, interference. And you know, some people, the people that do dark magic, right? Let's say if there's a third party doing dark magic on one or both sides that are only affiliated by past contacts or whatever, that they use these opportunities, our weaknesses, our egos, let's say, to come into play. Even though ego is a very loosely termed word, it directly implies the flagrant attitudes that we have. But I think it's just an overinflation of self that causes that stubbornness for change. And that's why we see these 2 in reversals. Whereas it could be something very positive if it were in the right light. But the only one that we have standing and upright, really, between these 3 cards that is out of misalignment, or in misalignment, is the 5 of Wands. If we were to turn the whole hand into the reversal, then we would see that there's no further combat, that we're leaving that. Another thing that I wanted to tell you about that here, so this is the original way that I saw it. And if we were to turn, let's say, the whole hand over, like I said, then this is the interpretation that I get, which is there are 2 wands here. They're mirroring each other. They're trying to do magic. And this one reminds me of like this steeple clock that we had in a previous reading, where you take off the frontal part of it. It's an old-fashioned clock, and it just starts ticking once you remove that portion. So I see these 2 figures, or the 4 and the 6, they're causing misalignment because they are, in effect, these are their Ace of Wands, which has a heart in the middle, trying to play against time, like trying to undo, trying to make the clock tick faster. Got a little tongue-tied there. So maybe they're also getting jumbled up in their language, not just their words in physical orchestration, but also and maybe the lack of communication, getting 11:11 on the clock, getting tongue-tied, or but it's also the language of how we speak, how we communicate to everything that we approach, including our work, our boundaries, our routines, our necessities, which includes sleep. So I think that completes the picture here when it's out of alignment. 10, right? If they band together and reverse this meaning here so that the 5 of Wands is now aligned and in reversal. Oh wait, that's not reversal there. Then we're dropping the conflict and we're able to manifest properly rather than through this trying to push manifestations to change the hands of time. Yeah. And do you see this? They're sitting here acting like they're not doing a part of their magic. But if you can see that it looks like they're sitting facing each other, and this is the foundation of time. The concept of time is very much of a human construct as much as your involvement in it. Okay? Remember that. In relationships especially. Relationships with self and with any other person or project, whatever. Whatever you breathe life into, you are the one that can delay or expedite your timeline. Okay, you are a co-creator. You're not the ultimate decision maker, but yet again, you are at the foundation of it. It's almost like a teepee, right? Where you're having a powwow on the inside, relationship with another being or self, right? Animus, anima, or yin yang. And then you send up these smoke signals and communicating that with the universe, the energy that you bring forth in union. Now, you see that there's like almost like this backpack and this smoke like effect here where it's an attachment to these wands. Yeah. Both are, I don't know if they're both aware of it, that they're trying to manifest each other, but that's certainly what's happening. So you turn that ugly picture upside down, like the whole hand. We're in alignment, and because they've come together, understood the foundations. In fact, their feet are attached to the very base of things, right? So they're very rooted. Once they're very grounded and rooted, the magic does itself. This is a universe representing the Ace of Wands on both parts. A unification. You can see actually a heart formed here. Yeah. And you see that heart is also a dragon's face, a dragon's head with the eyes right there and the horns or whatever. So, and then this Spitfire, right? You are both of you are transformed. Whoa. That's insane. I did not expect this to happen. That's crazy. These are all new cards, and I'm like, I'll go ahead and try it. This is my last purchase. This is like, you're done, Tina. You're done for. If you don't stop it now, you're done for. So, when we look at this, yeah, we can see more growth expressed. Even if it's facing our demons, it's something that's going to be inevitable, right? For the masculine part, I'm taking this as the feminine, and this is the masculine. I feel like the masculine faces a lot more darker shadows in the spiritual realm, whereas in the physical realm, the feminine experiences more darkness. You know what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. She's waiting for a tree, basically, to grow in her hands. That's her darkness, having to wait to see something come to fruition. And just allowing it to grow through all seasons. And even if it's like a baby sprout of a tree, she has to see it go through all the seasons, including fall, letting things fall away, the dreariness or the bleakness of winter, that she has to understand and accept that. Yeah. But she has divine help, as you can see here. This is your spirit totems and guides that take form of it. And a lot of rooting, a lot of branching out. And that does take time. I don't know if you can see that in the background, can you? You can now. Okay, so that's the ownership in that 7 and 8 of Pentacles energy. Hidden inside there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, the 5 of Pentacles was right there, displayed, hidden. 5 of Wands. Oh wait, there's 5 of Pentacles in here. What's 5 of Pentacles again? I have to picture it. 5 of Pentacles. Oh, oh yeah. When it was in upright, the Five of Wands, the inner conflict, also had the Five of Pentacles, which is feeling out in the cold. How crazy, guys, girls, everybody. You know what I'm talking about, right? It's like gypsy head adornment there. Five of Pentacles. And now that we've turned the upside down, we've released that so that our pentacles are now moving in an elevated form. What's the bottom of the deck for this? Seven of... Okay, so there's still conflict. Why is there still conflict? Oh, ego. Yep. Competing for the higher ground. What? Oh, for higher ground. Maybe it's not against each other, but it's against the world. It's us against the world! How crazy, another 7.
In numerology, master number 77 is a master thinker and revolutionary, which also roots down to the number 5. As we recall, the Five of Wands, inner conflict. It speaks of the discovery seeking freedom within the spirit of our souls. With the power directed to blend our consciousness beyond our bodily form, it represents ultimate freedom resulting from massive transformation or reformation.
That is 7 of Swords being released. Yeah, releasing the deceit of our preconceptions, not just about ourselves and about each other, but now expanded to the world, releasing that.
It's leveling up in the releasing of old patterns that no longer serve, but as an initial indicator to realignment.
Coming to grips with our own as well as that union, because they're separate energies, the dynamic is different, okay? And then expanding that knowledge to the world, so it's easier to release. And we have the 10 of Cups.
Bullseye. Notice X marks the spot in what resembles the Ace of Cups. This marking draws us back to the heart of the matter in the initial card pulled. The X is hidden at the heart of the femme fatale and is equally represented above the lovers' heads in seated position, giving further emphasis to master number 77.
Bada bing, bada boom. I think that's a happy ending there. Oh, under 20 minutes. How awesome is that? 1919 on the clock. I was staring at it. I must confess, for the past 1 or 2 seconds. I was just admiring how it was under 20 minutes, and my brain switched and was like, oh, there it is. Okay, have a great one. If you like the message, hit the like button. That would certainly help me out. La 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 la. You know the drill. Anyway, I certainly appreciate it. Subscribers, comments, etc., feedback, publicized or in private. Thank you very much for the energy exchange. I hope that gave you some answers. Regardless of whether or not you're in a situation like this, it's great to keep tabs on, keep notes on certain things like this, so that it helps us in the future. What's upcoming? Okay, or how we could do things better. I don't know. Have a good one. I will see you again the next time. Bye.